She swam and discovered an island. The oligarchy is really oligarchying, if you know what I mean.
The MAGA civil war just got even messier. Candace Owens has officially turned her fire on Ivanka Trump, launching one of her most blistering attacks yet against the Trump family. And at the center of the controversy is a luxury island project worth more than $1 billion that has sparked protests, outrage, and political backlash thousands of miles away from Washington. For months, Owens has been distancing herself from Donald Trump over foreign policy disputes, but now she's taking aim at the people closest to him. In a fiery podcast segment, Owens ripped into Ivanka Trump and her husband Jared Kushner over their plans to transform Albania's remote Sazan Island into an ultra-luxury resort destination, and she wasn't subtle about it. The island itself sounds like something out of a travel brochure. Crystal clear waters, pristine beaches, untouched wilderness. But critics say there's another side to the story. Environmental activists warn that development could threaten protected wildlife habitats and permanently alter one of Albania's most sensitive coastal regions. And now the project has become a political flashpoint. What really set Owens off was Ivanka's explanation of how the project began. Speaking on a podcast, Ivanka described a seemingly magical moment. She said she and Jared were sailing with friends when they spotted the island. They swam ashore, hiked barefoot to the top, and instantly fell in love with the place. According to Ivanka, it was a life-changing experience, but Owens wasn't buying it. Instead, she mocked the story relentlessly. Owens portrayed the tale as a carefully crafted public relations pitch designed to make a billion-dollar real estate venture sound like a spiritual awakening. To her, the narrative wasn't about inspiration. It was about image. And she accused Ivanka of acting as the polished public face of a project that many locals want stopped. Meanwhile, the backlash in Albania has been growing. Protesters have taken to the streets, carrying signs aimed directly at the Trump family. Some banners read, "Ivanka, go home." Others declared that Albania was not for sale. The demonstrations have drawn international attention and turned what might have been a routine development project into a headline-making controversy. Environmental groups have also raised concerns. Sazan Island is home to rare ecosystems and wildlife species that conservationists say deserve protection. Critics argue that once large-scale construction begins, there may be no turning back. However, supporters of the project disagree. They argue that investment could bring jobs, tourism, and economic growth to the region, but the debate has become increasingly emotional and politically charged. Albanian Prime Minister Rama has even stepped into the fight. He suggested that much of the outrage is driven by one thing: the Trump name.
I've explained it many times, but I can repeat it. They came here passing through with a friend who had them and some others in his boat. They were going to Montenegro. They stopped to Durrës to fuel. I was invited to go and join them for dinner, which I did with my wife. They were very nice people. First time, I guess, they were hearing about Albania and knowing things about Albania, and that was it. And then after some months, I met Jared in Davos, and he said to me, "Your country is absolutely stunning, and we would like to look for a chance to invest. We saw this island," and I said, "You are welcome. Let's work together." And this is how it started. This has come as one of the culminations of a long, tortuous path to turn Albania from a place where no investors wanted to come, and never anyone thought of putting a single penny of FDI in tourism, to a country where the big capital want to come and big investors want to come, and the high end finally will be built to create a balance between the mass tourism which has been a great ambassador of the country, but which cannot be the force on which the country relies, to high-end tourism where less people can bring more money and also less stress to the environment and to the traffic and so on. When it comes to them who expressed alarm about the environment, I would say to you that I would be also disgusted if I was in their place, if I had the misinformation they had, and if I would not be keen to look to the facts. So this is the biggest problem, how to make the facts speak and how to make them listen about the facts. So when it comes to environment, because we don't have a project yet, because we don't have an environmental impact assessment yet, because it's a planning process, there are the top-notch people worldwide that have been involved, architects, landscape designers, environmental engineers, and all this. Now we need to let the facts speak by themselves when the project will be ready. But otherwise, there is no way to. Iran is in war with us since years now, cyber war, and we know. So it's not something. I'm not saying that who is protesting in the street is an Iranian agent. I'm saying that there is a lot of manipulation. There is a lot of half-truths that become bigger and bigger lies by the hour. What we did right after we got office by approving a moratorium on illegal hunting, because we didn't have flamingos anymore at that time. They felt completely unsafe here, and they didn't come back for several years in Albania, as it happened with also other birds. So we have fantastic documentation of how the wildlife in Albania came back thanks to the 10 years moratorium of hunting, and how we improved the situation with the forests with 10 years moratorium of forests. So no hunting, no trees cut. So I think that when it comes to protecting environment, to caring about wildlife, to keeping flamingos home, I'm their best deal. That fence towards the protester, which went viral, told the people of Vlora that we're going to do this, and I repeated it during the campaign, and the people in Zvernets want it. The people in Vlora want it. Now there are people in Tirana that don't want it, fair enough, but it doesn't work like some people get in the street and they stop you to do your job.
According to Rama, critics might not be paying nearly as much attention if different investors were behind the project. But that argument hasn't slowed the backlash. If anything, it's added more fuel to the fire. For Owens, however, this controversy is about more than just an island. She used the story to launch a broader attack on what she sees as political elites becoming disconnected from ordinary people. She accused powerful families of enriching themselves while everyday citizens struggle with rising costs, economic uncertainty, and global instability. And in doing so, she once again put herself on a collision course with the Trump movement she once championed. What's making this story even more fascinating is that Owens was once considered one of Trump's most loyal supporters. Now she's become one of his loudest conservative critics. Her attacks on Ivanka and Jared signal that this feud is no longer just about policy disagreements. It's becoming personal. For the Trump family, the timing couldn't be worse. As Donald Trump battles criticism on multiple fronts, a luxury island development in Europe is suddenly generating negative headlines, environmental scrutiny, and political controversy. And every new protest adds another layer to the story. Whether the resort ultimately gets built or not, one thing is already clear. A project that began as a dream destination on a secluded Mediterranean island has transformed into a political storm involving billionaires, activists, world leaders, and one of America's most outspoken commentators. And with Candace Owens now leading the charge, this battle is far from over.